Well, good morning and welcome back to Red's Workshop. Today I've got a little project to make and as the thumbnail says, why aren't all woodworkers and DIY enthusiasts making this? I'll run the intro and I'll fill you in on the other side. So, what have I got? Well, I picked up some 5x1 and some 4x1. And the measurements of this is, on your 4x1, you want two at 2 foot or 610 millimeters in length. And on your 5x1, you want two at 5 inch or 125 mil. And three at 12 inch or 305 millimeters. This is so simple, it's a very quick, and I reckon if you batch these out, and again, if you do markets and stuff like that, you'll be surprised, but you'll be surprised how much they're charging. And I will show you at the end, but let's see what I'm making and take it from there. So on that 5 foot piece, I've got the two at 5 inch, the 5x1, 3 at 12, and 2 at 24. I've got that left, and you know, if anyone's watched our channel, I won't throw that away, I'll find something to do with it. Okay, now one thing I want to say is that I'm using planed timber that's been purchased. Purchased a while ago, this stuff. You can do this in rough sawn timber, you just got to be mindful that you could have cupping in there, so the preparation might take a bit longer. I've done this just purely for speed, and for what this costs, and for what you can sell this for, it's a no-brainer. Just get the plain stuff. Now, I don't like, as a lot of people will know on this channel, I don't particularly fond of putting screws in stuff, but for speed, ease and everything else, that's what this is going to get. So I'll get myself started, but at this point, now's the time to do your sanding. Because it is planed, I don't have to do much with it, but I'm going to just get these all sanded up and get the edges broken, or I might leave that till I'm done. We'll see. Right, get the sander out. Don't worry, I'm not going to put you through that. You see a lot of that on here, but I'll just fast forward it. Right, so they're all sanded. Now, I don't know about you, but when I sand, I tend to, it's a bit like driving. If I'm driving a long distance, my mind starts going around how I'm doing things and whatever. I'm still going to put screws in this, but the main section of it I want to glue. And I'm going to use this quick, I still can't get rid of this Yoo-hoo glue, but I'm going to use that now, which I found very good. Get that done. So that's the only time factor on this, because then in case I get glue squeezed out, etc., and leveling out, I can sand it all down as a board. So that's what I'm going to do. So very simply, remember, I don't have to do it down the end grain, because then you've got movement issues or potential movement issues. So it's going on the grain running down. You'll see shortly what I'm trying to do. Right, so there's one part of it. That's a big picture frame. But that's one part of it. Now your choice is, now you've got to decide which is the best, front or back. I'm going with this side. I spent a bit more time just finishing it off. So that's the main body of what we're making. Okay, let me put that out of the way so I don't damage it. Now these, if you haven't already guessed, are the shelves. Now again, you want to pick the best side up, Now there is a, I don't know if you can make that out actually, just let me check myself. Yeah, so if I put that there, tell you what, let's do this properly. If I do that and put the light under, there's a slight cupping. So I would suggest you put the cup facing down. Okay, so that one's that way, that's that way, and that's that way. Now, I'm going to put 3 of these on, but looking at it when I did the sort of dry fit off camera, it's entirely up to you what you want to put on. But now what I need to do is, these will be the back that go against the panel, and these are the fronts. These all won't break in the edges, so I'll just crack on with that. And the next time you see it, we'll be starting to put it together. So we're ready now to put this together. Now, essentially you've got a front and a back, and that's it. Yes, that was the back. So this is the back. Now, I need to prep the holes. I need to pre-drill this because as pine is, it'll just want to split. So put a piece of wood there, and a piece of wood there. This is just to, what's the name, to assist us in what we're doing. Now, using your shelf, put it on the back side and position it wherever you feel you want it. I'm just going to sort of mimic the image. I know you haven't seen that yet. And a very fine line there, just very faint. There and there. Do the same on the top piece. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to put 3 screws in here. Like I said at the beginning, I've glued this. You could just put it and piece it all together. Whatever you prefer and whatever you've got to enable you to do that. So what you can do then is, using a brad awl, is mark the centre there. Entirely up to you. Don't forget this is the back. And using a countersink bit, I'm going to drill through these. So it leaves a space for the head of the screw to go in. I'll crack on with that. I'll probably fast forward this bit anyway. Okay, that's done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rub the pencil marks off. That's it. Right, so we're ready to screw it. Now what I'm going to be using is 35 by 35 whatever it is millimeter screws, which will pass through the same board as that. As you can see there, it's quite a decent fixing in it because it doesn't have any uprights to hold it. Now this isn't a piece of wall art that you'll put sort of big and heavy on it because it won't take it. I could glue it, I'm not going to. I want to see how it goes with just the screws. Okay, so get that out of the way. Now, one of the problems you're going to encounter is this. Let's get the front of the drawer, front of the shelf, and that. How do you keep that steady? Right, I've shown this before. Get yourself a clamp and drop that in. I'm going to take that off that mat actually. And put your clamp in, and that'll hold it for you while you put your screws in. But obviously we've got 2 shelves to put in, so you need to do it with the other one. Other way of doing it, you can use a piece of wood like this. Let me put that out of the way. And actually physically clamp that to that piece, like so. And in fairness, that holds it more upright than it needs to be. Sorry, it holds it upright better than that's just balancing on a 3/4 edge. So I think what I'll do is I'll do that on the other one as well. Every day's a school day in the workshop. But if you only had one clamp and no wood, that's how you do it, that way. Right, the next bit. So there you have it. I'll put up an image now of what I've copied. That's right, it's £70, £70 odd, whatever it is. Is that worth £70? I'm sorry, no. You might get 25 quid for it if you make them. But what I would suggest is use a thicker shelf. As I don't know for longevity. Don't forget, it's not here to take a load of weight. Where's my imaginary pot? You know, does that. So, does the job. So yeah, it's been finished in brown mahogany, the Morel's finish, and I've used that feed and wax. Nice little project. I know somebody will have it in mind, one of the girls will have it no doubt, but yeah, nice little project. Dead easy to make. Like I say, I dragged it out by gluing it, but I'm sorry, a good hour you could knock that out, even if you had to machine all the wood yourself. But if you have stuck it to the end, thank you. If you like what we've done, please leave us a like, comment and subscribe. And as I always say, it costs you nothing to press that button and subscribe to our channels for all creators, and there's a lot of good ones out there. So with that said, I'll see you on the next one.